Okay, so I was just thinking that we had a whole clutch of infertile eggs here. But then I candled the eggs one more time, and I found one egg that has the faintest little circle on the yolk, which is the first sign of fertility. So these guys get 2 more days. These guys are not showing me any fertility at all. Now, one of the things that happens is male budgies do go through periods of infertility during the year. And I have a feeling, because Sparky here is a proven male, Buster is young and shouldn't have any fertility problems. And Kobe, this is not Kobe, he looks like Kobe, but this is Bond, is also young and shouldn't have any fertility problems. That maybe they go into infertility when the weather gets too hot. But like I said, so one discovery was that as I went and looked and candled all of Rainbow's eggs today, it's very easy to tell her eggs from the Remington eggs that I put in there, because Remington's eggs are much larger, and Rainbow lays eggs that are almost perfectly round, so that you can tell them apart very easily. So I had candled her eggs, found 3 infertile, and but then I came back in there and looked this time, and one of them had the what they call the death line in it. In other words, an embryo has started to develop but failed, and you get this straight line of blood because the veins and stuff are breaking down. But so it didn't survive, but that does mean there was fertility there. So I am not discounting. And the other thing, and the fact that Buster and Sparky and Bond were all put in here right about the same time, and later than Sprite and why am I having trouble with names today? That's Sprite, that's Razzle, and that's Limey. We're all put in here at least a week, maybe as much as 2 weeks before the other guys. It may be that what happened was these guys caught the very end of fertility, and these guys are moving into a period of infertility. But the fact that I have all 3 of them showing signs of infertility means I can't discount them as being actually infertile. So, Breezy gets a couple more days to see if that 3rd egg is actually going to develop an embryo. If it doesn't, I'm going to pull them. I looked at this, I did not see any rings on anything, so I'll probably look at it again I'll give it a few more days, and if I don't find any fertility between her or her, I'm going to pull them both and put them back out in big flight, just to stop all that egg-laying energy. Down here, I really took out Luscious's one egg and really looked at it today, and I can see embryo on one end and white in the middle and a nice big air sac. It could be viable, but it seems like we should be running out of time here. Their first egg was due to hatch on the 4th. Today is the 9th, so that would be... It would have had to have been, if it's still going to hatch, it would have to have been one of her last eggs that she laid, which is entirely possible. So they get a little more time. The eggs, if her first egg was on the 4th, then it's, let's see, the 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, 12th. So she gets until the 12th for something serious to happen here. If I don't see it filling up that egg and blacking it all out before then, I'll probably pull them. But, you know, it's not runny. There's still formation in there, so I'm going to give it a try. The 2 eggs that she is sitting on from Remington are developing just fine. Remington's one baby is absolutely huge. Fat and sassy. Number 2 should have hatched by now and hasn't. But we'll see what happens. And Fluffy's 2 little ones are coming along just fine. Hello. That's cute little babies. Ma'am. So, that's good news. All right, I sure hope we get fertility in there. I'd sure love to see something from these two, but we'll see what happens. I think I saw a ring on one yolk. She did lay a third egg, so we'll see. Maybe I just interrupted the first two by propping open the box. So she gets, it's Monday evening, she gets till Wednesday evening. I'm going to open it up and see if I have something decisively fertile in there. Okay, that's it.